Hello and welcome to my self-environmental scan presentation. In this brief talk, I'll share how four pestle factors, including economic, socioculture, technological, and environmental, strongly influence my shopping habits and my overall sense of self as a consumer. Before I dive into the details, let me set the stage. I'm someone who loves to save a portion of my income first. After covering essentials, I often splurge on clothes, shoes, and especially athletic gear. But I don't make these buying decisions in a vacuum. Bigger market forces shape everything from my willingness to spend to the brands I gravitate towards. So, through this analysis, you'll see how factors like inflation rates, social media influence, digital shopping platforms, and sustainability trends all coverage to guide my personal decisions. I've also drawn from authoritative sources such as Statistics Canada, RBC Economics, McKinsey, and Deloitte to back up these observations. So let's jump right in with economic factors. So let's start with economic factors. For me, the core idea is balancing my savings mindset with the urge to spend on non essentials. When inflation is on the rise, everything from groceries to gym memberships become pricier. So if I notice increases in basic living costs, I may rethink whether I really need those extra sneakers right now. According to Statistics Canada, inflation rates have a direct impact on consumer confidence, and I definitely feel that. If the cost of living goes up too quickly, I'll shop around for sales or even switch to more affordable brands. Meanwhile, RBC Economics points out that a stable job market boosts disposable income, making consumers more comfortable splurging. That stability, in turn, helps me justify an occasional high quality purchase because I feel secure about my future earnings. Essentially, the economy's overall health can either encourage or discourage me from treating myself. And if I see signs of trouble, like rising interest rates or certain uncertain employment prospects, I'll tighten the reins on my spending until things look up. Moving to socio-cultural factors, this is all about how cultural norms and social influences reshape my personal identity and spending habits. We've seen a huge surge in athleisure clothing that's both functional for exercise and stylish enough for everyday wear. According to McKinsey and Company, this trend is driven by a larger emphasis on wellness and a more casual approach to fashion. Personally, I love that my workout gear can double as a stylish outfit for running errands. It fits in with my desire to stay active and present myself in a way that feels aligned with current trends. Then there's the impact of social media and peers. Harvard Business Review highlights how platforms like Instagram or TikTok can spark new consumer desires. When I see friends or influencers rocking cool sneakers, I feel inspired to pick up something similar. Over time, these social cues reinforce my personal identity as someone who is health conscious, style oriented, and up to date with the latest trends. So while I'm mindful of my budget, I'm also eager to be a part of this global movement toward healthy, fashionable living. Now, let's talk about technological factors. The way I shop is vastly different from even 5 years ago. Thanks to e commerce and mobile apps, I can browse products, compare prices, and even check my friends' recommendations at any time. eMarketer shows a steady climb in online sales, and I'm definitely part of that statistic, especially when it comes to hunting down the best deals on athletic apparel. Another big influence is digital marketing. Those targeted ads on Instagram or Google, which often pop up based on what I've previously searched, introduce me to new brands I might not have discovered on my own time. These personalized suggestions can be a double edged sword. On one hand, I appreciate the curated recommendations, but on the other hand, it's easy to fall down a shopping rabbit hole. Finally, I rely heavily on reviews, whether I'm checking out new running shoes or comparing high tech workout equipment. I read what other consumers say before making a purchase. This crowdsourced feedback helps me feel more confident that I'm spending my money wisely. According to Government of Canada, the adoption of online consumer reviews has significantly shaped modern shopping habits, and I'm definitely a part of that trend as well. Next up are environmental factors, which have become increasingly important in my purchase decisions. As I learn more about climate change and the impact of fast fashion, I'm drawn to brands that are upfront about sustainability practices. According to Deloitte Insights, more consumers, and I'm one of them, want eco friendly materials, reduced carbon footprints, and transparent supply chain. For instance, if a shoe brand uses recycled plastic bottles to create its product, I'll likely pay attention, even if that eco friendly pair costs a bit more. It aligns better with my personal values. This resonates with the Government of Canada guidelines that encourage responsible production and consumption. While I'm still budget conscious, I see these choices as a long term investment. Sustainable items often last longer, and I feel good about supporting companies that prioritize environmental responsibility. So, in a way, my environmental awareness shapes not just what I buy, but also how I view my role in the wider community. Ultimately, these four pestle factors economic, sociocultural, technological, and environmental work together to shape my buying habits and my sense of self as a consumer. From inflation rates and wellness trends to online shopping innovations and eco friendly choices, I'm constantly influenced by the world around me. Understanding these factors not only helps me make smarter purchases, but also highlights how marketers can connect with consumers who share similar priorities. Thank you for joining me for this self environmental scan. I hope you have a great day.